So I got another project here for my 2007 GMC Sierra pickup. I had a birthday recently, and this was a gift from my brother Jeff. It's a hydraulic tailgate assist for lowering the tailgate down. And I'll just show you here. Here's the part number DEEZEE 43101. And here's all the little components and the really nice instructions, actually. So this is everything that goes with this project. They even include a little bit of thread locking compound, so that's kind of nice. So it's going to go right over here on the driver's side, right in this area right here. So let me get the camera set up on the tripod, and I'll show you how to get this thing installed. So I have the camera zoomed in pretty tight, but again, we are on the driver's side of the truck here. And the first thing we need to do is install this little nutsert. And this is actually a pretty cool little piece, specifically this little, I'm not even sure what to call it right there, but it has some ball bearings. When I get this installed, I'll take this out and I'll show you. It's a pretty neat little thing. But per the instructions, I've got the top of this Allen head bolt 3/4 of an inch away from the top of this washer here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to hold the Allen head bolt with a 5mm Allen wrench, and we're going to tighten down on the nut using a 10mm just box-in wrench. And so far there's been no drilling involved. This is an existing hole here in the tailgate, so we're going to use that. And it specifically, the instructions specifically say 9 turns. So I'm going to try and count these out as best I can, about a 1/4 turn at a time. So here's the little ball bearing thing I was telling you about. Let me get that off of there. You can see there it's got all these little ball bearings on there. I think that's kind of a neat little thing. So just kind of put this back together. I think I'm going to save that little thing for future use. So we have the little nutsert installed. We're going to take our little plate. This is going to go right in there. We've got a little bolt that threads into that nutsert. But before we do that, we need to put just a little bit of the thread locking compound on there. If I can get it to come out. So we got that. And then this little one, also an Allen head bolt, uses a 4mm Allen head wrench. I just wanted to give you a close-up shot of how this bracket actually mounts on there. It just butts up against the little pivot point here on the tailgate, and then of course that Allen head bolt that we just installed. Now we need to come in and remove this bolt up here at the top end of the cable, and we're just using a 13mm socket to break that loose. And then we'll just take this bolt out of here. We need to remove this little clip here. And I'm not sure there's really any fancy way of doing this, so I'm just going to grab some pliers and just kind of work it free and just pull it out of there like that. So now into this hole that we just took the bolt out of, we have to install this new piece of hardware with a little ball mount on the end. That's for the strut assembly itself. So we're going to put this in with a little washer that comes in the kit, and it has 2 little flat areas on here, and I found that a 7/16 wrench is the best fit for this. So go ahead, install this into the hole, make sure the flat part of the washer is facing the front of the truck, and just thread it in. So now that our new little stud is tight, we're going to put our cable back on. And then in the kit comes this little, looks like a grommet, like a firewall grommet. But actually what you do is you slide it in that hole, and that prevents the cable from coming loose and sliding back up. So it's just a little keeper is what it is. So pretty much last step here is to snap our little cylinder in place. And in the diagram it shows the actual cylinder itself in the up position up here on the side of the bed, and the shaft mounted down here on the tailgate. So it's pretty simple. It just snaps into place. That's it. That's the whole install. Real easy. Took me about 15 minutes. So I appreciate y'all watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.